Community Day has me hyped for NBA 2K17. There's some Twitter accounts tweeting out some goodness right now, and I'm gonna let y'all know all the news, I guess, on 2K17. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to a Twitter account. It's a German Twitter account, tweeted in German, so I had to Google Translate all this. So if you guys happen to be from Germany, you probably go through it and make much more sense out of all that stuff. But there's a lot of shit. It looks like they attacked all the problems I had with 2K16. This is looking beautiful. So let's begin. Now you can set rules on your blacktop, and apparently you can have viewers. I'm not too sure about that one. I think the translation might have been lost, but you can play online your blacktop on my team as well. So far we know about the 3v3 and the 1v1. Another thing, if you guys follow EA and FIFA, you know how they have chemistry for different players? They have that in 2K now. So in EA, the way they did it was if you played for the same country or if you played for the same club, then you get chemistry boosts on your team. And so in 2K, if you get Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they're calling it dynamic duos, where those two players get a boost because they play for the same club. On league expansions, this is official, although it's something we all would have assumed. They explained league expansions like a month ago, but there's gonna be an expansion draft, which I guess is official. So if you do expand the league in my league and you have 36 teams now, there's gonna be an expansion draft, and you guys know how that thing works. It's happened in NBA multiple times. For My League Online, apparently now there's more admin features, and it can run 80 years. So one of the problems with My League Online in 2K16 was its length. Like, people are like, yo, can we play year 2? So you can run an 80-year My League Online now, which is amazing. Again, for the My League people, something we've been asking for forever is pick protection. So you can trade away a pick, top 3 protected now, and you can swap picks. So just like it happens in the real NBA, this is something that it really should have been there in 2K16, but I'm thankful it's here now. The Twitter account explains something called advanced rotation. So you know how when you're playing 2K and you go through the rotations and there's the tall lineup and there's the short lineup or this fast lineup and athletic lineup, that you can make your own custom rosters like that, which is fucking beautiful for the people that manually rotate. I can't stand auto rotate, so this makes things leaps and bounds easier, especially I don't want to fumble around with menu screens and kill all 24 of my seconds on the clock. This is beautiful. I like it. They haven't went into detail, but there was tweets about jersey retirements. I'm assuming that's going to be my career now, but that's a thing in the game. For the YouTubers, or just for the people out there that like to edit rosters, apparently editing rosters is going to be easier. They didn't explain in detail what changed, but I create rosters often, and it's a fucking dreadful misery sometimes when you have to search for a player and there's no search feature. It drives me crazy, so thankful for that. Alright, now it gets to the juicy part because we're talking about gameplay. So a couple days ago I saw some leaked gameplay. I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want to strike on my channel, but basically it looked like, and now it's official I guess through this tweet here, that you have to string together dribble moves. So I guess the Twitter account is what they call it. 2K used to have triggered mechanics, but now if you want to actually put together some moves, you have to string it together. I haven't played the game to know what the fuck that means, but I felt like we were already doing that in 2K16, but I felt like that was worth mentioning. There's a new stealing system in the game, and apparently it's dependent on the user skills. Now this one's kind of iffy. I don't know if he means user by how well I control the player, or user as in if the player's steal stat is high. I mean, I assume it's both regardless in every 2K, but I felt that was worth mentioning as well. This one's for the people that claim there's never any new animations in the game. Apparently there's over 700 new animations off the ball. So we're not talking about on ball, we're talking about off the ball between offense and defense in the game. And here is where I really got excited, because you guys know transition cheese was my biggest fucking pet peeve about NBA 2K16. Apparently there's, in quotes, new transition offense and defense. And so if you play transition defense, you already know that the AI runs into the restricted area to prevent alley-oops or any sort of passes. But when you play ball in real life, coach is gonna tell you to stop ball. And you can't run transition defense without stopping ball first. So there was problems with transition defense, of course. They wouldn't get back fast enough. I'm not gonna go through it all. They just said new. So I'm assuming whatever the fuck they have for 2K16, that bullshit is not back. So I'm thankful for that. Next thing, mismatches are detected faster and attacked. I don't know how I feel about this one, because I feel like it was alright in 2K. Like, if you knew how to play 2K16, you weren't gonna let a mismatch go for like 2-3 seconds. You weren't gonna let Shaq post up Iverson. So, I mean, I guess they're detected faster and attacked. I hope it's not the AI being overpowered and just fucking rushing over and forcing you to turn it over. But anyway, it was worth mentioning. The next thing, players, the user players, me and you, get to control the help defense. Now this is fucking huge. Y'all know how many times players leave people open in the corners or open somewhere there. So now apparently you have control over the help defense. I don't know how much control. I don't know how you have control. None of that stuff is said, but this is something that I'm glad they're at least addressing, because if we ain't hear no news about any of this stuff going into 2K17, I'd be worried it was a flaw in 2K16 and they just didn't give a fuck going into 2K17. So I'm thankful they're at least addressing it. We don't know to what extent yet. This one's a neat one, an interesting one. Apparently, if you have a really great coach, for example, if you're playing with the Spurs and your name is Greg Pop, or you're Tom Phibbs, or you're one of these good coaches in the NBA, you actually give boost to your players' defensive awareness. I don't know about any other stat yet, but the tweet, they confirmed that it was defensive awareness that gets a boost if you have a good coach. And I seriously started to get excited at this point, alright? Because Pro-Am, I love fucking playing Pro-Am. It's a great social game. It allows us to play with our players online. And apparently, they said something about our Pro-Am roster. And so, I guess one of the flaws that I saw with Pro-Am was that I can just play on any team. Like, when we're playing on the crew, way back in 2Ks, like, you had to be a part of the roster to play. And I wanted that kind of exclusivity, where if you had 10 people on your roster, those were your 10 guys. Now, whether you can join other teams or not, I don't think that's really relevant for the way that I play, because we can play on one team throughout and it's no problem. But I'm glad that there's rosters, and apparently they hold the stats of the players on the team. So your points per game, your assists per game, all that stuff for that team you're playing on. And I've been crying forever about leaderboards and how the leaderboards are terrible in 2K. So the fact that they're finally addressing some of these issues makes me truly happy. And the last bit of Pro-Am news is that there's 3 levels now. So the 3 levels are amateur, pro, and elite. And so obviously as you go up in levels and you play in different levels, I think you get to choose which level you play on. I'm not certain about that because they didn't say. It sounded like you get to choose, but if you're at the elite level, apparently you can get sponsors for your Pro-Am team. And the sponsors pretty much mean like new extra VC, so you earn more VC per game. It would be neat if you had to like put the sponsor's logo on your court. That'd be really dope, and then you actually got money off of it. Man, so y'all know I'm a sport management major, so I was going hyped over this shit right here. I was like, yo, you get sponsors and make money off the sponsors? That's lit. And all of this was tweeted in like a 2-hour span, and there's like a couple more days in community day as well, so some new shit might drop, but this is the stuff that we know so far. I'm assuming we're allowed to talk about all this stuff because it was tweeted out by media personnel that were invited to the fucking community day. So I mean, they made it public knowledge. I'm just making it more public knowledge because now you guys know about it. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like, y'all. If you're new, subscribe to see more 2K17 content. I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm hyped officially. All that defense talk got me a little gassed. That gameplay stuff, it really got to me. I'm out. Peace.